Hotep, what's going on? It's your boy Deezy, Deezos, Don P, Don D with Supreme Confidence. You listen to today's episode, Confidence in the Clutch podcast on the Confidence in the Clutch network. It's a game of basketball, a game of life. You gotta have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence, practice makes diamonds. Stay sucker free, keep it a buck like Milwaukee. I am the IP. Stay woke or get out, gold ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Last year was about branding, this one about expanding. Colorism is dead, black is black. Every disagreement is not a fight. Get to make the decisions, but you don't get to decide the consequences. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but not their own facts. No shine without the grind. I work for myself, so I guess I work for a boss. You buy once, you cry once. The cheap creator content. Don't sink the ship just because you ain't the captain. If it doesn't fit, make it fit. Didn't reinvent the wheel, just a better design. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. All black with a little bit of gold. Let me show you how confidence in the clutch roll. Support your own black-owned media. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K&K. Coming up on today's episode, we're going to talk about my health because I ain't been to work. So we ain't got no life cues as a teacher. Oh, my rebuttal to Tim Anderson, Josh Donaldson, what we knew, what I've known, and what I've learned since that episode. Talk about Kaepernick, talk about BG situation with her wife talking for the first time, talking about the Uvalde shooting. I've been quiet and let it unfold because some things didn't make any sense when I was watching the initial video, and we getting all that. Talk about Verzuz and NBA playoffs, like always, bring you quality content with strong opinions and facts. Confidence in the Clutch. We are fear more than love. Y'all never hated y'all. Come ride me for a minute. Confidence starts right now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Yo, what it do? All right, first thing. The health. I'm still sounding like yes. My throat is scratched. I'm doing okay. I'm getting better. My wind. Yesterday I had to go to the grocery store to get some things, and actually went to 3 grocery stores. And man, the wind. I can't talk too long, and like on this pod, y'all know me, I talk fast, so I have to slow it down, and I'll be okay. But yes, you can still hear it. You can hear it in my voice. Like I'm not congested, but it's just a simple rebuilding the lung capacity. So there's no exercising to do. There's nothing I can do. It's just over time I have to give myself to let the pneumonia and the COVID just, do what it do. This is where people really try not to get COVID due to this type of thing because you don't know the long-term effects that COVID can have on your body. So I want to say prayers to everybody that has COVID and are still suffering from side effects from having COVID. Also to those that are just getting regular upper respiratory infections, pneumonia, bronchitis, you have asthma, you have allergies. I pray for you that you can make it through this time because this has been a very bad allergy season for where we're at in my state, in my city. But I hope it's not a trend nationally because if it is, a lot of people are suffering. So that's the first thing I want to do is wish you health. Secondly, I want to get to the Uvalde. I want to say it right. The Uvalde shooting with the Texas Uvalde. I don't understand a lot of shit. But let me tell you what I do understand. What I do understand is that we need to look at what was going on. Like if you go back now and look at the footage, you see some cops standing, walking away. You see cops running here and there. So it's like it was different levels of frustration, different levels of we need to get into the building if that's what they were doing or get a perimeter, different levels of assertiveness, different levels of comfort, different levels of, yo, this is a fucking problem. Like, man, yo, it hurts my heart to read what happened and how the police were there. They were there in high force against one man with a gun and refused to go up in them buildings. So if you took that oath when you took the oath, you were here to serve and protect, and you don't feel like you can serve and protect no more. That's understandable. I mean, you get out the game. I get it. I totally get it. Things change over time. But I don't know how people with guns and long guns and have all the tools and all the gear to go into a firefight with somebody. You got all that on, and you got parents out there talking about, give me your gun, I'll go in if you ain't finna go in, and you don't go in. Like, it's some of the shit like, yo, I got the gun, so I got to be first. You know what I'm saying? I have to breach the door. I have a gun. You ain't got no gun. You stand behind me. Now, tactically, we're not going to put somebody in a situation where they could die without them being able to defend themselves. That's why I got to go in first. The problem is, if they get me, you grab this gun. You know what I'm saying? You grab my gun, or you got to get up out of there tactically. However you're going to get out of whatever situation you got to get out of, you got to make the decisions for yourself. But when you have the proper tactical gear, you got to get your ass up in there, man. Those 2 teachers and them 19 children, man, it's just, man, it hurts my heart. And, there's no good in this. There's no good. Oh, this wasn't white people or black people killing, you know what I'm saying, Latinos or whatever, man. This is bad, period or long, man. You got kids that had to die for no reason, man. And you have people out there that could have stopped some of the killing, man. I mean, even if they thought that he killed everybody in the room and there was no, he ain't shooting no more, or he not an active shooter, he barricaded himself in the room, he can change his mind and go to the next classroom whenever he wants to. Get his ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him up out of there. What are we doing? So ain't no thoughts and prayers, because that's a given. It's just sad condolences, man. And I hope they sue the shit out of that police district. I hope they sue the shit out of the county, sue the shit out of the state, everybody, because that door that was propped open, hopefully that teacher, I mean, it had to happen quick. If you went to the car to get your cell phone, or wherever the cell phone was retrieved from, a kid left it out on the playground, you were coming back in. It's just, man, there's all types of shit, man. I just pray. I just pray. So there's a lot of things that I'm hoping that other school districts just make non-negotiables that we're not doing no more. Where I coach at, the prop door thing is serious because we're in the field house. No more prop doors. If you ain't there within the first 15 minutes, knock on that door hard as hell. Ain't no more getting in with the cone at the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I always would look like, no, I don't feel right by that. When I was at my old school, no, there ain't no prop door. You got to bang on that door to get in, but there's so many prop doors along some of these schools that you would be surprised. Surprised. Condolences out. Please help those parents and their family members that's going through a unsurmountable amount of pain, because losing a loved one, losing a child, and the way they lost them, like they had to identify them through DNA, which means the unthinkable, which means dude was shooting these children in the head and the face. Like, you can't, man, just unbearable things, man. So shout out to them, man. We're going to do 21 seconds of silence, man, for the 21 people. And 21 people. The 19 children and the 2 brave adults that tried to save the children. You got 21 seconds of silence, y'all. Rise in power, rest in heaven, y'all. Whew, man, that's tough. All right. Now let's try to get to things that's important to your boy Deezy. We going back into the J Tuck hot bin, baby. All right. Let's go. Man. Tim Anderson says he told Josh Donaldson in 2019 to chill. If that's how he's going to address him as Jackie, even though he said it in an article. Okay. That's easy for your boy Deezy, Deezos, Don P, Don D. Donaldson was dead wrong. And if I told you to chill, don't be calling me that shit, because don't even talk to me if that's how you're going to address me. You want to do it once you get that Yankee on your hat. Oh, man. You weren't doing it with the Twins on your hat. Man. Listen, Donaldson apologized to Jackie Robinson's wife and family. Donaldson is appealing his 1-game suspension. If he told him stop, I told you stop. But once again, people are going to do what the fuck they want to do. So then that's why Tim Anderson handled it the way he handled it. Shout out for him reaching out to Bomani Jones to go on Bomani Jones, the right time of Bomani Jones. That's my favorite podcast. Them, Jalen and Jacoby, my favorite podcast, like for real. I as far as the sports shit go, I love them. So they do their thing. Another thing that happened, Colin Kaepernick works out for the Raiders. First interest from a team since 2017. I'm with it. I mean, a workout ain't a job, though. Like, we already know. Ain't nobody going back. Shame on the NFL, all this shit, white ball. We know all of that. We also know Colin walked away from money that last year because he was playing bad and thought he can do better in the open market. We know all of this. So if the brother can get a job, he can get a job. If he don't, he don't. If he wanted to be a silent martyr, he was silent martyr. He got money from the league, got money from Nike. He grassroots. He's in the hood. He's doing things. He's helping people out. He's helping people that they get killed by the police. He's raising money to bury them so the family doesn't have to. He's doing a whole bunch of great things. If football has passed him up, it passed him up by a multitude of things. It's a pie chart. It's a blame chart to go around. And Colin Kaepernick has a piece of that. Not for protesting the unarmed killing of black men and women by the police. No, absolutely not. It's from walking away from that first amount of money when you still could be playing by still protesting. People forget about that piece. I'm down with Cap. He did what he had to do. You ask anybody to put their career on hold and in jeopardy, they wouldn't do it. Thank God that Colin was able to still have financial support by doing other things. See, it's not as bad as we think it is because he still was able to make money to take care of him. Right? Right? So it's all good, man. Shout out to Cap. I hope he lands somewhere. They was talking about reading on ESPN, I believe, 2 other teams have shown interest in Colin. So besides the Raiders. So hopefully the brother can get in. Remember, Colin wasn't talking to the backup role back in the day either, though. He was talking that starter shit. So who knows? We'll see, though. What I want to talk about now. This one, Cherelle Griner, right? Brittany Griner's wife sat down with Angela Rye, and she believes that President Biden could go and get her. I got to tweak that a little bit. I think Trump can. Putin is his guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was funny. It's not funny, but in the beginning, when it all happened in February, everybody's like, yo, you got to be quiet. Don't say too much because Russia might do something and they might not fuck with us with what we trying to do. But then it's, oh, no, she's detained Rome once they get the white guy back. Then it's, oh, no, you can say whatever you want to. Was they telling everybody to be quiet because they was working on getting the white guy back and they didn't want to fuck up getting the white guy back? So be quiet talking about the black woman. But now we got the white guy back. Now you can say what you want to about the black woman. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Also, when I was listening to it, I didn't like the Angela Rye question about if it was LeBron, KD, or Steph over there and if they would have been home. Because to me, the better comp would have been white WNBA players, which would have brought more to why are we sending our women over there? What do we have to do to get more women to watch the WNBA, to pour more money into the WNBA so that they can stay here and they don't have to go? Saying LeBron, KD, or Steph having to be over there for them pretenses. I mean, we're doing a whole bunch of what ifs. It was a great question. But the better comp would have been WNBA players Taurasi, Bird, and Stewart. Because it's not the brothers' fault, and I believe they still would be there as well because Russia ain't fucking around, right? They still would be there too. That's what I believe. They would not be ain't nobody run over there to get no damn basketball players. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I still think they would be there. So we're in a new Cold War, and some would say on the brink of World War III. Like I said, great question. Great question. I just think, shout out to Jay. I just think the comp, right? Angela was on First Take on Thursday and said she wasn't trying to gender divide, just point out discrepancies, which are true. These discrepancies are true, but we know it's not. Is the power of who makes it true is not all man's fault or responsibility. I can do whatever I can to uplift women in the WNBA for me and my followers, if that's what they want to do, though. To each his own. The better comp would have been white women. That's just me. All right. We love you, BG. We are BG. I signed the petition, though. Yeah, the petition was bullshit. Angela Rye was saying, we ain't even got 200,000 signatures. This system been gone for 3 months. Yeah, I signed my joint. I need you to go to change.org, you know what I'm saying, and get down with the petition. We need to get to where we need to get to add them, put a little bit more pressure on getting her home. However way we can do it. All right. The Verzuz, oh my God. Man. 8-Ball, MJG, UGK. It was real. Classic. One of the best ones for me. Like, I didn't see all of them, but just taking me back to that time frame for what it was, 1993, and listening to Coming Out Hard and Underground Kings is Dom Perignon is supposed to bubble. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite. It be like that sometimes. This Dom Perignon is supposed to bubble. That was one of my songs. They ain't do that. Like, I was like, yo, you know what I mean? But that's how far back. We talking about I'm sophomore, junior in high school, so that's my music. Being in the Midwest, we got all of that. We got the E40, we got the West Coast shit, we got the down south shit, the Texas shit, we got the down south shit from the Luke, the Atlanta shit, the Outkast, the Goody Mob. We got the East Coast shit, we got everything. We got the Midwest, we had our Common, we had our Crucial Conflict, we had our Twister, Tongue Twister back in the day. We had everything. We had our Milwaukee rappers. We had everything in the mill, so we were able to appreciate all that shit. And it took me back. Like, and they did everything. When I said they did everything, like they was doing some everything. And MJG got bars. Like, he just be rolling. Bun B, Uncle Bun, man, you gotta love it. If the pimp was there, Pimp C, man, it is what it is. 8-Ball, just seeing all that shit, man, it was live. I went to see 8-Ball and MJG when they came here to the mill a couple years before the pandemic, a couple years ago before the pandemic hit. So, man, it was a great verse to me. I liked that one as much as I liked Snoop and DMX. And pardon me if I forget, Snoop and DMX, the Locks and the Dipset, Too Short and E40, and this one got to be up there. This one got to be up there. Because I wasn't with back in the days when they just playing songs, just looking at the camera all stupid and shit. You got to perform now. Like the performances, yeah, I'm rolling with that. Only tweak is Bun B did most of his without a vocal track. 8-Ball and MJG have vocal tracks on all that shit. But from the Lil Kiki jumping out there with Bun B to Tila and Jazzy Faye jumping out there with 8-Ball and MJG, just soaking it up. In between, they had other people out there, but ending it with Big Boy jumping out there for International Players Anthem. Man, Daddy Fat Sacks. Yeah, it was dope though. So if you ain't looked at it, go on the YouTube and look it up, man. But you song for song, they was going back and forth. Fuck all the. It was a celebration, but just hearing them songs, they was picking up against each other, man, it was nice. It was really, really, really nice. I was like, fuck the basketball. I put the basketball on the iPad that night. I was watching in the studio. I was watching on the TV. Like, I don't even want to watch basketball like that though. But it was all good, man. So that's where we at right now, y'all. Let's take a small little break though, for real. I got him back. Listen, I got to get me a sound for when I take a break and shit. Like, so I got to find me one. I get on the machine and get something cracking with a sound or something for when I go on break, like, and just put it in here. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So it's all good, y'all. We ready though? Let's do it, man. Where we at? I still got some J sounds. Let me get some. There we go. Let's do this. All right. NBA. Let's get it cracking, man. Let me see. Shout out to Darvin Ham, Milwaukee Bucks assistant, with getting a 4-year deal, reportedly 4-year deal to coach the Los Angeles Lakers. Darvin Ham, former NBA player, 2004 champion with the Detroit Pistons, Texas Tech Raider. You know what I mean? He's been an assistant coach since 2011 in the NBA. Started off with the Lakers, then he went to the Hawks and the Bucks. The final two, he was with Coach Bud as an assistant. So congrats, Coach. We're going to miss you in the mill. Do your thing out there, Darv. You've been getting a lot of rave reviews. So, man, go ahead and fix that shit, man. Go ahead and fix that shit. We're going to miss you here, though. We're going to see what's what. The viewers making a lot of them adjustments, cuz. Let's see. All right. The Nets reportedly do not want to give a contract extension to Kyrie Irving. What? We're not giving up all this shit and then don't give people their paper, first of all. We're not making that. But I know situations and circumstances make us change our mode of operation and what we want to do. So, reportedly, KD hasn't communicated with the Nets since getting bucked by the Celtics. So, listen, man. If I'm Kyrie Irving, okay, y'all want to give me no extension, I'm going to opt in, no, and then trade me during the season. Like, Kyrie cannot afford to do the, fuck this, I don't want to return back to Brooklyn, trade me in the offseason, none of that. Just opt in, okay, my final year, this is my final year, and be what it may, just go get paid somewhere else. Because he needs to clean up whatever pieces that the perception about him is negative right now. Kyrie may not give a fuck what nobody think about him, right? And he gonna do what he want to do, but not giving a fuck can get your ass walking up out the damn league. And I'm sure he doesn't want to do that. And no, don't hit me with the Bradley Beal for Kyrie trade because we in a pandemic still. I don't know where you at. Numbers are still rising. You talking about talking to somebody that was boosted. I had my shots, did everything I could, and I still found a way to contract the virus so it can hit us. The thing is, at least I had a level of protection that made my symptoms less severe. And that's what the people with the my body, my choice, not understanding the level of protection. We trying to save your life, y'all. That's it. But it's cool. Your body, your choice. But we can't get Bradley Beal because he's not vaccinated as well. So KD can't be pissed at management because that's your man. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Hey, and shout out to Total Wine. I went to Total Wine yesterday. Not only did they have the Hine Rare VSOP, which is my cognac of choice, Hine Rare, Hine Rare. They got the Crown Royal XO back, yo. Telling you, go to Total Wine, see if they got that Crown Royal XO. Trust me. Trust. Like 38 special, yo. All right. Let's jump into it. We start out in the Western Conference Finals. Game 5, Warriors won 120-110 to send them to the finals. Clay had 32, 8 for 16 for Trey Ball and 2 and 3. Wiggins at 18 and 10. Draymond 17 and 6. Poole 16, 6 and 6. Well, Draymond had 17, 6 and 9, y'all. Curry had 15, 3 and 9. Looney had 10, 18 and 4. Luka had 28, 9 and 6. Dinwiddie had 26, 4 assists. Finney Smith had 13, 4 and 2. All Warrior starters had double figures. Golden State outscored the Mavs 41-29 in the second quarter to open up a 17-point halftime lead. Rebounds, Golden State 51-34. Mav took 42 threes. Man, it's a lot of jump shots, a lot of up and downs. You know what I'm saying? The Dubs had 36 assists on 45 shots. Do the math. They was throwing shit at Chuck at the post game. Like, the league is such a tray ball league, like, with some of these teams. Like, we up and down. I'm not living on one style of shot. Like, if it was all dunks, like, you still, that's a higher percentage shot than a tray, but you're going to have to hit a couple trays. You're going to have to go to the hole a couple times and get in that mid-range, family. You know what I mean? They throwing shit at Chuck, though. I was thinking Chuck ain't finna throw that damn mug. It was a tense situation, though. It is what it is. Shout out to Steph Curry, Western Conference Finals, Magic Johnson MVP. I love that. Next for the Warriors, 6 finals in 8 years. And whoever this Boston and Miami shit, we'll get into that when I get into my preview. Once we figure out who win that Boston-Miami series. Next for the Mavs, they was 52-30. Everyone is signed through the 2024 to 2027 season. Jalen Brunson, though, is an unrestricted free agent. Possibly in signing trade candidate. We took here for Jalen Brunson. Somebody going to need a point guard of his stature. I don't think Dallas will sign him. Hopefully they do. But, I mean, we shipping somebody else. Maybe we shipping Tim Hardaway Jr. and somebody else. I don't know. The Rudy Gobert rumblings, how can he help them in the post without being able to be a force in the post offensively? We got to give up some major scribbles to get him. I don't know that. Luka has to get better defensively and move without the ball offensively. He can't turn into Harden. Like, he can't dominate the ball and pass when he ain't got no shot. Like, that ain't going to work. The best thing that happened to them was Dinwiddie and Jalen saying, you know what, fam? When dog on the floor, we balling like he ain't on the floor to a certain degree. When he ain't on the floor, we super balling. Like, that got to say something about Luka and how he running shit when he out there on the floor, man. That's what I say. Shout out to the Mavs for having a great season. Moving to the East, y'all. Game 5, the Celtics won 93-80 down in Miami. Tatum had 22, 12, and 9. Brown 25, 4, and 9. Horford 16, 7, and 5. Bam had 18 and 10. Vince had 15, 2, and 2. Jimmy had 13, 6, and 4. No hero. Listen, Miami lives and die by the three as well, as all the teams left do to a certain degree. Miami was 7 for 45 that game. Jesus, Boston was 10 for 33 though. Miami had no half-court sets to get them in better positions. Like some of this shit, if Jimmy ain't making it happen, it ain't happen. If Lowry ain't making it happen, it ain't happen. Celtics had a 32-16 third quarter to open up the game, which is a great thing. It was a 24-2 Boston run and a 56-38 second half for Boston. Boston picked it up defensively as they stated and focused the shift from Jimmy to Bam. They played Jimmy as a center. Like, yo, fuck it. He only going to shoot from this part. We worry about that. Lowry was ineffective due to injury, and Jimmy had no lift, so the Heat looked done. Ime Udoka said post-game in the conference that they had to limit the turnovers and limit them to one shot. That's basketball. That's fundamentally sound defensive basketball. Limit them to one shot on defense, and offensively limit our turnovers. Offensively and defensively, if you had any rules on both sides, limit your turnovers so we're getting some shots up and limit it to one shot. Defensive possession is not over till we get a defensive rebound. Adjustments are key, and Udoka has the players to make the adjustments work. We get to game 6 last night. Yo, we know what happened. Miami said, nah, we ain't going down that easy. We ain't going down that easy. And what happened? Jimmy motherfucking Butler. Is that what they call it? Jimmy motherfucking Butler. Balled out. So, with that being said, now we got this beautiful game 7. The Heat won 111-103 behind Jimmy Butler. 47. Yeah, I mean, 16-29 from the trade ball land, 8-9. It's his 4th 40-point game this playoffs, yo. Lowry had 18 with 10 assists. Max had 13, 2 and 2. Tatum had 39 and 4. White had 22, 3 and 5, and Jalen had 26 and 5. Miami, 29 and 22 first quarter. Butler had 14. He came out and let it be known, right? The Heat had a 34-point fourth quarter, though. The fourth quarter shit changed. Challenges are 50-50. You only get one. Marcus Smart on Jimmy Butler. I need to see the possession before I say they should have done something else, right? Game tied at 94 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Boston up 3. Lowry ties it up. Boom. It's tied up, right? Butler puts them ahead. Oladipo takes the charge in the game. That was the game right there. They couldn't go back to that Grant Williams foul, but that was a charge. That was a charge that Oladipo took. This is the game we've been waiting for, a winning time game. So here we go to game 7. You know what I'm saying? Udoka said it right post game. Open threes for them and bad fouls for us. Free throws, costly turnovers. It's basketball. This shit come out of basketball. You can say there's nothing rocket science about this shit. It's basketball. It's possession based. It's about making shots. It's about committing less turnovers than the other team. It's about just basketball. Miami took Boston's recipe. In the second half, they made it harder for Tatum. They didn't make it harder for Jimmy, though. Boston couldn't. Jimmy was heat. Heat, plus 12 points from the three-point line. Brown and Tatum couldn't get a shot in the fucking fourth up. Jimmy, the most points from facing elimination in Heat postseason history. Hey, PJ, tell Draymond thank you. That's what PJ Tucker said. Yo, man, for real. Draymond could be playing mind games with them because he won Miami over Boston. Or he could have said, we all know Boston going to win. It is what it is. So it's his opinion. Can Jimmy do this shit in game 7? Yes, he can, unless he's hurt. Did Jimmy have to do this in game 6 to stop them from being eliminated? Absolutely. Will Bam hoop better? Bam has to hoop better. Like, he has to be a force like he was in them other games. He has to. Will Miami being at home help? Absolutely, it'll be helpful to them if Lowry can go and if Jimmy can go. If Bam just have 30 and those two can't give us 30 combined, which Jimmy got to have another 40-point game down there for it to happen. Can Tatum and Brown pull it out? They was 3 for 7 in the second half for a combined total of 14 points. They were 3 for 7 combined shooting for a combined total of 14 points. That can't happen. They were 1 for 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. Hit a couple free throws. No, they got a ball. They limit them driving lanes, and your man Brown act like sometimes he can't dribble. All that shit. That ain't gonna work. Robert Williams III, he only played 10 minutes in the second half. Excuse me. So would a Time Lord even play? You know, he been playing games. Some games he didn't. They need him for that game 7. I hope he's not risking his future health as IT did to try to win a ring for the Celtics. For real. Because I see him. He's hurting. He's lumbering. That knee, he has that hitch when he walks, when he runs. He doesn't move as quickly as possible, man. Please, Time Lord, don't do that. I understand. I respect the shit out of you for doing what you're doing, though. Can Marcus Smart be more efficient in Game 7? 4 for 12 in 40 minutes for 14, 4, and 3. We know he's hurt still. But once you get on that court, you got to be a little bit more efficient. The Boston Celtics like they were looking for a lot of calls last night, and they weren't getting them, and they was too busy arguing, doing other shit, instead of just playing that ball all the way. Miami, 1-2 at home this series. Boston, 1-2 at home this series. If you're a bet man, you would say Boston's going to win this game. I had Boston in 6. Boston dropped it. Now, if you're going to say the Heat culture, is it the fake thug persona, or is this really the culture they got? Do they have all the tough guys in the league, or is it just a perception? We're going to see. Man, if I'm going to predict who wins this Game 7 right now, I would pick the Boston Celtics to go down to Miami and win that game. Because I don't know about Jimmy's health, and I don't know about Kyle Lowry's health. If they're going to be able to do what they did and basically give the Miami Heat, let me see. Oh, yeah. We talking about 60, Lowry had 18? Oh, yeah. We're talking about 65 points between the two. 65 points and 19 assists between the two. So, come on, man. They're responsible for 38, at least 38 points. Come on. Y'all know what it is, man. So, I got to, if they healthy, man, if Jimmy Butler can do a back-to-back 40-point performance, then, man, I'm rolling with Jimmy Butler in there, man. So it is what it is, but I got Boston. Let me know in the show notes how we rolling, y'all. It's Memorial Day weekend. Salute to all the soldiers that we lost, the soldiers in war, the soldiers we lost in the streets, man. We salute you. Make sure you get some rest this weekend. Make sure you take care of your family. Make sure most importantly, you take care of yourself physically and mentally, y'all. Make sure you do 2 other things for me, man. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own black-owned media. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com. And wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram at K&K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch, y'all. Peace out, man. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.